for where you senior news information is about entertainment today and one Kharis
Abo anyumbre nonsia Ghana de shman Ghana de share ye mo bia ajo e de Kharis radio ni san so e na EKBN TV Ghana na ende onyame e de ache ebra so se nsem a ekoso e wo man mu ni amahodo obisuo na ende osamufo asaso no so krojin si emfa mesomu sa anyumbre nonsia akan kasebo nsem no eguma ropi na mbom ni edimu akotene ebi enese eye renowned Ghanaian educationist eye Professor Kwame Achampon Odin sembi abetudwa eno kyerese ade se ohwe Ghana hanoma ana Africa hanoma ade se yankura no yebuo mabamu yiye papa na sa adwene na Africa fo ade ahwo ma adwene mu nyina ade se omuyi emfre mu adwene na yemboa enkura no se be ya won so o metimi akọ omanim ne sa so ene Ministry of Land ana afi Natural Resources for nso din sembi abetudwa ena omo kyerese ehye awudigu akwam se na otwe omehwe se omunam anaso omunam eye mrakwan so etu afumagudie nyina omehwe so metutu omase eno eneye openipo da sa nduma kowe ya anu wa ba kire se yade nhye no mudi egu akwan mu no atimi akoso totia chese omugusu omohwe se illegal mining no ase nyina ebetimi atutu amabia so atimi aye kama hono nsa so na ye former chairman Former chairman the National Peace Council Professor ASANTE odin sembi abetudwa eno kyerese se ohwe BAWKU nsensem na ade se politics ade agina mu a kyerese omokase BAWKU nsensem we politics emra mebo ma no ma age so pin so emwa bia entimi emfrimu emba on na kyerese ade se ohwe asumdwe pa de a politics omohwe so mbetimi di bibia atutu yiye ama bibia nso atimi aye kama honom nsema Europie ka wenum ho ene yede besomo sa anwumre no nsia akan kasebo na emfa na sekesie pa ema ye crossover chapel international ozi ye nom ye mbompaye de hia no so du gidie ebehiem oha na ode beba no ensan emfa nkofie ebiem ne sa so na evida clean so eteyachi a enya asem ketua na afi so ye top mount plumbing and tiles say tiles na peso to say plumbing ho adwuma ben na ope ose from sisi omo okitase aburi ehonum na omudi omdwuma enya asem ketua kra ehonum ne sa so na EKBN event so say upe photo bia na so upe video also friend na obeba no aba betwa ma ama bibia aye kama ehonum na afi so pure Kharis academy also ba na afi no ba be school ase na so wadru finfini ba bi say crèche copy me JHS 1 to 3 ose so do ma na eba ade sentetie no bibia betimi akoso toti de amount na meka so kwa Facebook EKBN TV Ghana ana ase okwa YouTube EKBN TV Ghana okwa no ahye ama onua anya bi ahwe na odo comment no ato no ne yenkenkan ema bibia anya kama ne yemfa ne sie pa ema MC a ho no mokwa John bibia betimi anya kama on nsa so cameraman Adibosco egbo achiri dom a enya asem ketu akra ho no na yenkwa befu ntintan fidie ne so na hye efa adwen kire ebra ne yenkenkan ema odia starlight ba akopɛ ohwe se bibia betimi akoso toti ho no na producer ba akopɛ papa enso ha no ma ohwe se bibia betimi aya kama ohene ba akofi abrante na de oji bre etintin nsem we egu nkrata so se me fa masomo sa nyumre no nsia akan kasebo da chi hima efi agudie executive team ni nyina ebu achidom ohwe se bibia etimi aya kama honom na me amaje bre de kase ebesom wo edi amejeso na nakwasi asare afa yanje bre ne enje kase no enchiremu ankasa
The number one, ya chipe pia.
Abusia mama wakwaba BMMre ye Kharis anyumre kasebo eso na meka si etwagu e wa befuntintan fidie no so uko Facebook a KBN TV Ghana ne san so e na uko YouTube a KBN TV Ghana uko a wo hwe ye ofe no na wa hye ama onua so anya bi ahwe na odo comment no ato onom ne yenkenkan ema na wo so mema refi su be follow ye abre na abre bia ye de nsumpa e na ebebrɛw nti no kwa no afolo ama bibia nso atimi aye kama e wo honom na abusua yen hyensem no ase ema ye hyensem no ase de ama de na edu kopiem e wo ye na edu kopiem e wo ye renowned Ghanaian educationalist e ye Professor Kwame Ajapon e na ode nsem bi edu etudwa e na o kyerese e ade se wo hwe Africa hanom a kyerese enkra na na ase ye nkra mu ko school e ade se abambuo e wo mu papa eno kyerese e ha adwini ye pa na wo hwe a sabambuo no e ade se mpenifo no na omudi mu akotene ye papa e bia enkra no omu ye bibia si ye bete wachi ama ade na omu ye no ebetimi akoso no na mpenifo ni mbom ene sa gina kire sa ade we a wo ye de o entimi enjina ade we a wo ye de entimi emfamfa so papa bia emra eno kyerese sa nyima ni nyina ye no o se ye twitwa so na ye unity anase ye community anase Africa yankasa ye nyema e wo se ye de kire nkra na ade momuti ase no o so hwe e Africa hanom a e ade se nkra no omo knowledge achese odi kire mu bibia o metimi ate ase ententem ye papa eno kyerese sa wo hwe e Africa hanom a kyerese ye nkire nkra ni ukwa school ahoro bebrebe no mu a e ade se ukwa honom a wo hwe e school for asa teacher for nyama no mo de e kire nkra na ade kura mponu e ade se e asefim kra o metra nkra no yankasa ye local local nyama na nkasa mo mate ase ententem no e ade se mo fe no na enkire obonsu no mo de e ya ma hodo so de e tidi e ya nkra na atem eno kire se ade se e ha adwini ye papa nti no mpenifo no ombehwe se sa nyama ni nyina o mo de entoto ye ebegu akwan mu se ebe ya saba mbuo no eto ebetimi atwa eno kire se sa o hwe ebre bi atwa mu a e ade se Ghana complementary basic the HH mu nyema sa ngiti we onna o kire se ade se o hwe ya sa nyema ni nyina etimi eboaye ema omo nko school krampo no otimi enyanti ase bi efri honom eno kire se nka ya bambuodi a na se sa bambu a ye de ehye nkuran mu no yetimi eyi efri omumu a Africa hanom ana se Ghana hanom o hwe nyema nkra no eya o metimi ati nyema se ama bibia nso atimi akoso wano ntino Ghana for yemfa yankasa ye local language ni yankasa ye community eho enyema ni yemfa nkyekire nkra no ade se be ya omo nso nyema na yankasa ye wo mu no o metimi ati ase afri onom se be ya bibia nso ebetimi adadin ama nkra na ama bibia nso etimi aye kama abro shi ansem trofo no de nsem bi etu edwa yenko ne yenko ti asema o de tu edwa no ebie.
And what was missing is that we had constructed the African child, the African classroom in deficit. You know, we look, and often this is also about Africa. We look at Africa in deficit terms. So it's always about what we don't have. Okay. It's always about what we are lacking. Okay. And then there are prescriptions. So if you look at the solutions that are being, the African child is constructed as poor, unintelligent, needy, needing help, needing redemption. Okay. And these are ideas being put. So this is how we've approached the solution, approached the problem. And teachers in the same way. So we've given teachers tools to solve the problem. We haven't talked about what is it in the African classroom that makes it children succeed and learn. Okay. And this is what my research found. Yeah. So in the African classroom, what we found was that we have to have an African identity when it comes to the African classroom. And there are characteristics of this identity that are very essential for improving learning. Right. I don't know whether, you know, maybe I'm going ahead of myself, but the thing is that we found, now remember I said there are millions of children out of school. In Africa, it's a big problem. We found that children who have been out of school after 3 years, 2-3 years, who are dropped out because they were not learning, we took those children and gave them a 10-month accelerated learning program. And the gap that had been created as a result of the fact that they had dropped out was closed. And then when we track them, they even outperform children in school.
The 3 years of absence from school, you were able to accelerate the education in 10 months.
In 10 months.
And they were able to close that gap.
Yes, definitely.
That's amazing.
Yes, we did it in Ghana, in Ethiopia, and in Liberia.
Wow.
So then we ask the question, what is the problem? The problem is not the child. The problem is us. The problem is what solutions we are offering.
Yeah.
What is it that we are doing wrong? And you see, we have projected the problem onto the African child. You know, if you look at images of African children, if you take books and documents, the African child is projected as somebody without any agency, without any ability to express their knowledge. You remember I talked about my own experience.
Indeed.
It's the same thing that is mirrored there. But we were able to take 10 months in all these 3 countries. In northern Ghana, we have the School for Life program, what we call also complementary basic education. We've managed to take over 250,000 Ghanaian children who
are renowned Ghanaian educationalists. Professor Kwame Achampon and artist or the Sansem way to Jano Chese, or more Munko school. I dare say, into TB at me, a cause and Asante Tiwe, or Moko, to me, Koma, I am Mofrabe 200,000. Almost said, I'm Mofrano, almost to me, taking Yaman Tentemana. And I dare say, I will find I say, Yakasanga Sayamuno, yet me a bon crana chidoma. I dare say, or met me, I shall my this young Putupa, Mantia, say, Bianso, I come. El Honmo, din Sembi, Etuja, Amanso, Utimi, Etiebi, El Honum. Now, Fanko PM or Ministry of Land, Nafi, Natural Resources, and no now 3 years. What is Sembi Etuja, HSA, or more Namum Rakan, so to a former good year. I guess now to emu, Omudium Nibesi from NASA, or more Nam and Rakan, so mutu a former good year, you know, what to do to Mapamo. Say, I am quiet, and Sassy almost says, no. Ebet me anya ne baby pa agina eno na yes uncle for kowe omo kire se eye blue water guard na fe national anti-illegal mining operator secretariat omo kire se sanjuma ko mienu we omo timi eyomu si ho ese omepamopamo omo nam mra kwan so omo tu efom agodi ni nyina ankoni apa so omo timi edi omo bo hye so eno omo kire se sanhyewe etimi ekoso na ochiwe mu a na ohwa excavator's awura be du mienu omo timi agigigigea enya sem ketuanya sa so na ohwa water pumps ni sa CHANGFANS omo de ss for magudi anase yensase ni nyina omatimi agigigigea enya sem ketu akra ewo honum eno omo chese sa ohwa na otwe mu dwumadi omutimi ediye na omutimi ekopie mu ewo ya payment na afi western region omutimi ekopie mu honum a omo chese honum adwuma no krampo ewie peye na mbom omo ye ntoye bia ebetimi akoso na otwe edi ya ni mu no omehwe sa omesa atimi atututu sanyema ni na ase ama bibia nso atimi ayekama na omo chese omo ba no ma ba badwini ye pa no ma hwe okwan a ombefa so a illegal mining for we ometimi achigichem nketenkete a omo entimi ehunu so omo eba ntino ade se hye omo digu akwamu na odwe no atimi awie pe a omo chese ye regions ahodo na aka no omo ntwen enya se we na omo aye no omo ba beti ada na mbom omo ba betu omo dwumade so yiye pa ntina otwe di animi ade se other regions no so omo ba betire omo ahye mu ase bra me no ko se die se omo sa kreti ye ndwumaku ahoro pi aka ho a enya se nketo akra mpo honum ntino omo ba be hye ase achinchini other regions no ba hwe se omo mutu fomagodi a enam mra kwan so nyina omo hwe so mechichichi omo na nyema omo de ese yensase eni ya kwaye ni nyina ometimi achichichi omo ama bibia nso atimi aye kama honum eno director of communication ama mausi edema natural resource na fe ministry of land odin sembi etudwa na oche se ade se die ohwa adwuma na ase adwene na omode eba aban mu no ade se ewie peye yiye papa na ohwe moto sa awro ma agigea enya asem ketu akura nti no oche se ya ni gisempa ene aban no emu a otimi ade bebo omu no abo omu yiye pa ma omu nam emra kwan so omututu efum agudie ni nyina omatimi achecheche dodo na omo ehwe se na otwie de ya nim ekwo no ometimi atoa omudwumadie eso.
For excavators, we've got about 12 of them. Motorbikes, we've picked about 5 motorbikes, 4 excavator batteries, some computer monitors, heavy-duty water pumps, 2 of them, several fuel drums. And last week, the minister had mentioned the issue of the fuel drums, and it's a conversation that we are having with the NPA on how to tackle this fuel trade that is also I'm going to use the word again, fueling the illegal mining activities.
No more de omudi ko pay vote awro na efiri honum nti no che se wo hwe eye amahoro so a eba na amanyosem a mentimi ho ase etimi apiemu honum pa na so se eba ne se eye oman ni mu anase national no etimi enya ntokwa bia na mentimi ho ase bi etimi apiemu ewo ba bia ade si parties ni nyina omutimi ekobom no mo de adwen ato honum se be ya asumdua ebetimi abo my Ghana no so hwa America ne amahodo ne so a omutimi ehwese eno chese o se omohwe se bibia betimi ayasundue na omonjai sa politicians ni sa nyima ni nyina esa se asundue enehu ehia sa asundue amba oman no entimi enkoso no mo service problems ni nyina na ohwa boko nsensem na ade se atimi agina ho no ma che yie papa ama manfo nso etimi efamu ehwere omo nkwa nti no omo kire se ma yekoso bebrebe no etuo ebetimi atwa ama bia nso atimi ayeka ma sandie atimi apiemu ewo ho no se be ya nipa nkwa bebrebe omo ehwerehwere nyina ho no etuo ebetimi atwa ama bia nso atimi adadin.
For me, this is very, very, very important because many a time when we are dealing with issues of this nature, it's the men that we call. But I tell you, the women also have a role to play in the matter. After all, their husbands are the ones who are in the war front. Their children are there. And they also suffer when things are destroyed. When husbands are killed, they take responsibility for their home. It is my wish that what we have started here will actually grow, that they will be able to really come together, demonstrate publicly the unity that they have, because they keep, you say, my father is in the intermarriages. They keep talking about that. And some of our politicians, Ayarga and others, they also belong to this intermarriages thing. So if the women will come together, even here in Kumasi, and demonstrate and show the oneness, not just in Kumasi, but even in Ashanti region, because I know that some of the people who came, some of them came from Asante Mampo, and some have come from for the BAWKU Peace Initiative. Other women in different regions will also take a cue from what they are doing, and they will then follow. So for me, this is very, very, very crucial, and I'm praying that it will not just be a day's wonder, that the zeal with which they have spoken and the commitments they have made, we will be able to push it further for us to see that unity, that oneness, that public demonstration of 100 regions. And
former chairman of the National Peace Council, Professor ASANTE, and our chair said, BAWKU ntokwa koso bebrebe no ade se be ya mentimi ho ase no etu obetimi atwa ma bibia nso atimi adade ama politics nso omunye omho ensi nchen se be ya asumdue ana pepepeye ebetimi aba honom ama bibia adadi ne emfa na sekese pa ema KBA event o se wedding ena pesu utwa se funeral ana opesu utwa say outdooring say naming ceremony event ben ena wo o say o de just call o from a baby a obia say Ghana hanom ena wo obetimi afrom no ma ba betwa ma even amano ni krampa obetimi afrom no wo ne omo akọ na o makotwa ma na bia nso atimi aye kama say live streaming enso ena opa o from a o me ba betwa ma na bia nso atimi aye kama e wo honom say o pe krekre see entwa photo Emma bibia nso enya kama Emma odia KBN event pe ba ko pe na wo honom ne sanso say yembo music video na say yembo nyom ne sa na yentwa video dia baby ba ko pe KBN event o frɛ ya e ba betwa ma na bibia nso atimi aye kama e wo honom Ghana fa na bibia ba frɛ bia ye bebo apene wo honom na odwuma die no ye 140256 07 die no ye 140256 071 411 415 ne sans so na ye top mount plumbing and tiles en so aba say task ho adwuma be na opɛ say plumbing ho adwuma be na opɛ plumbing no baby na pai na opɛ so mo ye ni ye e de ema say opɛ say afi na oba be hia na so oba be hu adwuma bia o from o me ba be ne kama e de ama say o task no so e na opɛ so otu o say afi no wasi usuku na wie afi no wasi wasoro dan na wie en fa say yo ho mu valanda ho ana say wo kitchen mu e na wasi ese onu ma wie na opɛ so otu emu task o from baby a obi a o mebo apene wo honom no ma ba be shama kama we nyo mo me sheta sama na nsape na tas no eyi a na se ebu no we entisa o me sheta sama o be ka se enye task toa from musisi e o mo ye aburikita ase honom enom ewa o mu di o mu dwuma anya asem ketoa o mo nsa no ye fenti wo kwa ye abura o magidin e wo honom a enya asem ketoa krampo e wo honom from wa ahomatrofo esu 0248 10 de eba be nembom ade se otimi e qualify say ubetimi aya adwuma yi na so ubetimi aya security ya ebetimi aboa ama nso wadwuma no atimi akoso ama bia ya kama wo honom no che se ohwe Ghana hanom a se security hu sensem ehu hia yi papa esa se ntokwa ekoso yi pa ntino sa security politics hu sensem na se amanyosam bia nembom se wa qualify nko ade ade so nso betimi anya adwuma aye wo honom a odini nsem etu edwa enso e wo honom.
We also promise to recruit people into our security services. Not just recruit, but to make sure that our security services are properly balanced, properly regionally balanced. We are departing from a system where people are recruited based on their surnames. When there's recruitment, they look at your surname before they decide whether to recruit you. We are doing away with that. And we are making sure that our security services will be properly balanced. So all the recruitments will now take place at regional levels. Already, we have started with the military. Very soon, the other security services will open their portals for registration. Please, those of you who consider yourself capable.
Kharis Radio.
National honum. Na yentu ansem ne so ema ne mfa nko pie ma wa ya Ashanti mantam. Manso NYANKOMASE. Ada no ada memene da. Ntokwa bi esi wo honum sojafo ne NYANKOMASE mmabu no mo kro de num ntokwa esi wo honum a chese. Enam so ama nipa num atimi afam aprapra enya asem ketwa eno ena mmabu no mo amansie south manso NYANKOMASE omo no mo chere say omo ye demonstration kase pa say so mo mo ni amra ade say beji nsemu eno mo chere say o hwe say dewi a asojafo aba beti asi omu a che say bro mo no enya asem ketwa eno mo chere say ha adwene yie papa moja hwebia entimi enkopie mu wo honom ena demonstration ekoso a na omo chere se district chief executive omo de nchiaka se pa ma no so fa nkoma aban na aban no ntutue bia wo mu bia onye se be ya sojafo na asasrafo a omakwa akoti asimu wo honom a chere se company bi omo gba recruit ani mo omo omo nyema Oma mo man empenifo na manie bia na ase oma mfa nkrata bia kire se oma gi permission afri baby ansa na oma bedi sa adwuma die no omo kire se ese omo nkwaye ene omo saase wo hono mo de nchiaga sepa ma aban ne se aban ne mra meya moa se be ya moja bia entimi enkonkohwe mu hono na wo hwe se dia sojafo yi ebro mo a omo se omo kra mpo omo wo kro de animu a na kire se ehu a na aba beto omo so a enya asem keto akra mpo wo hono mo akwaya awre hosem a omo so omo de omo nsemu etudwa na omo chere se agese aban no ebe boy ye pa eno ena Mr. Sechi Augustine deputy coordinator edema NYANKOMASE South deputy coordinator da honom Mr. Sechi Augustine o chere se aban no omra no ma me omo ayesa se o hwe se de ani mabu no na ase ne ma no omo da ya omu pa enya asem keso anka yo no krampo a enka nya ne ya se ono ankasa ne ma na asa manfo ma omudo ya omuse de ya sojafo edi ma asi omuso omu brio mo ma yese ya asefem ohwa entimi enhwe entina aman emra no mra meye moa se be ya bibia nso ebetimi adadin amasumdwe atimi aba honom
Yankomase for Yankomase man na the better master bibi kwaso wo man na won tiata in say no kwaso an say e chema ba no say dey confirm it here ye mi say bi say eba this year ni say ya ti say bibi sa say bibi kwaso ya wa say after all that set meeting no kwaso wo mi say na mo ba ye mi say mo ba aka of class na no ya na onya emergency o wa class ye ka say ti e this one cry it oba the deputy director the deputy secretary oba the deputy ya wa class ni the deputy na say the thing one na mo get the deputy ask some aba
na no eneye mabuno nwo krodia mu a chesa soja fo atimi a kire omo mu biri mu omo no ena omo chese e ade se ha dwiri ye papa no ya ono a no mu efa muntino abai no emra me omomwa na yes a company a watia wetiase omukro na meje emwa ebia enfri omhonom so bi ena ma omkwan se omomra me sa de na no mo enchre omo nokra bia ewo mu ne sa so ena omchese asojafo bia so omehese ometimi afre ekrodua ne munti omde ade so de kase pa ma abai no se omukrodua ne mu de se sojanyi pa de omuhia sojanyi bia
Kharis ready. But I want to do a channel. So I walk the phone. Now you say, "If we stand out, come and say, 'Chua ni abo.'" I know you know what I say. Everybody will want what in our papa. I know what you say. I know. Never I cheat you. You choose as a plan or what way. Now that you make up for here, not a maintenance here. So people are planning. Not what you want from now. What I want. If you never say, what you want, or what I want for the TT. I know what I do for the. I go back to the water. You make me a class for. Just that you see. Any media, any of the so one more such a follow. And you to come now what happened. No, what you have announced that they will play. Not also a pound of that to be a tear. That the government and what I want to see come on. One more fire. Nothing for you.
Mabuno mo nyankomase ekrodua ne mu na ote so mo de nsem we etudua na mo chese asrafo ma ba beji kro na aboso a chese ayaka de nko ano mo de omu famu no aban no emehwe so obepam mo nyina afre ekrodua no mu hia asranyi bia hono national se de hia ne se odo didie ebete wa chirichiri a otime nka untimi ema bia na asori bi eben wonso unim ukoya kwete man a wa 42756 473 and I say 0208 199 503 0208 199 503 o se die hian so do gidie ebe shem umma hanum no na wo ha na wo de eba ye no won sansan emfanko ebiem ne san so na epio Kharis Academy en so aba abia akwanya na to no mama krabia so person she school asa na so wadru finfini baby from creature kopim DHS 1 to 3 se uba no afi no wa crowd so ba school obetimi de na ba akonya no eda onum se gbugulija ntini fa no bra no mra me mutimi e ka bro 40 se de wi o makọ university nti fa ba no so ebra no mra meje ne ntetiye enfri ehonom na obetimi afro mo e wa ya ahoma trufo eso 0598 557 673 0598 557 673 omo odome Pillar 2 Antimere down uba crossover chapel international so dan no honma ube hu no omo gentiti ma papa na uba no so de da no so anase ni tina awuni nyina etuo ebetimi atwa bia na uba no bebia wo de no ekoye no na ebia ni tina enwuye na mbom se de omo kire nkra na de no ewo honom no na ebia ontimi ehunu ntino ahanom de omo nya ntobase ema nkra no kire omo de mo ti ase mapa ema bia so etimi eda di ntino pure Kharis Academy de o de wo ho eto omo so a wonya wo ho nti fa ne uba ne brasie no mra meje ne ntetiye ewo honom na meka se hanom ene bre ebema ho kwa ma de ya nde anyumre no nsi aka nka se boni nyina so etimi eda di ntino pure Kharis Academy de o de wo ho eto omo so a wonya wo ho nti fa ne uba ne brasie no mra meje ne ntetiye ewo honom na meka se hanom ene bre ebema ho kwa ma de ya nde anyumre no nsi aka nka se boni nyina ye de ebesie na meka se nsam no egumo ropi na mbom de ebe so mu bi ene